Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Farm and Ranch News. The Montana Woolgrowers Association announced in this month's member magazine, Stefanie Leach has been hired as the new executive secretary. Leach fills the role after former Secretary Leah Johnson announced her resignation in December to spend more time with her growing family. Leach and her husband Jess raise Rambouillets in the Pend Oreille County area and have been an active MWGA member since 2010. During the interview with Leach this week, she told me she's looking forward to expanding the association.
Leah and the previous executive secretaries have done such an outstanding job that I'm just hoping that I can do as good as they have and continue to open other opportunities for workshops in the state and just get Montana wool growers out there.
Leach also added that she's looking forward to meeting with MWGA members throughout the coming year. Well, the U.S. Meat Export Federation held a record attendance at its recent spring conference in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Dan Halstrom, president and CEO of the USMEF, says they're seeing beef exports pick up after a slow start to 2023.
On the beef side, we started out down quite a bit in January and February. But you got to remember that a year ago it was records. I mean, through the roof. So we're comparing to a very high bar. March, though, came in at 20,000 tons higher than both January and February. So we were very encouraged by that.
Halstrom also mentioned their forecast on the beef exports for the year could be down 4% since the production is likely going to be 5% lower. However, if Pacific Rim countries can continue to build on their food service sector, those exports could increase. Well, when you take a quick break, but we'll be back shortly to look at some of your ag news and markets.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought, there always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps, but it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Welcome back, friends, to your ag news and your markets. The USDA released the latest crop progress report on Tuesday afternoon. Nationwide, the planting pace has been quicker than average for corn, while spring wheat planting jumped significantly in the past 7 days to essentially catch up with their 5-year average. Similarly, the Treasure State planting progress has caught up with that 5-year average on most of the commodities, while the conditions of the pasture and rangeland, they're the best they are in 5 years. The recent rainfall also drew the moisture levels into better standings as 81% of the topsoil readings were considered adequate. On the other hand, that did draw the suitable working days down to just 4 days last week. Well, trade will look to develop today as packers and feedlots will certainly need to make some deals on this shortened week. And Miles City Livestock returned from the holiday weekend with continued strength on the coal cow market. Supplies are tightening up so much, deviation of prices based on the quality or solely surrounding the size of the market test, as this week's smaller head count elevated the lean cow prices to higher prices. And sheep sales have been fairly quiet this week due to the holiday break. However, hog markets exploded on the board when they returned to trade on Tuesday. Now, the productive planting pace from spring wheat producers held their contracts from batting back into the black, that is, for the rest of the wheat complex. As a matter of fact, Montana's winter wheat consider rate is 58% good to excellent, which is among the highest in the nation. Well, there's a look at our ag news markets. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great day.